The season is drawing to a close, and it's that time of year when votes are getting put in. People are having discussions about who has been the best player in the league this season. PFA Player of the Year, Premier League Player of the Season, whatever. The awards is coming up very soon, and there's going to be some nominees. So here is I'm going to be bringing this video to talk to you guys about who I believe has been the top 6 players in the league this season. I'm going to put them in order from 6 to 1. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without any further ado, let's get into this one. So obviously in the Premier League, there's been talks about obviously the way the Premier League is going, like lack of superstars are elsewhere in Europe. Also the style of play that's been implemented in the league this season, relying on set pieces and stuff like that. So it's been more physical, more aerial, like dominance around the league, around the teams in the league. So it's been difficult. Like I thought, like genuinely, the way this season's planned out, it will be difficult for players to stand out given the way football's gone in the Premier League. But there has been some standout plays, and the honourable mentions that I'm gonna put down is not in order by the way. Number 1, Igor Thiago. Obviously last night against United had a great game, but in his first season, getting 20 goals in his first season, it is a very good achievement still. And obviously he definitely filled those boots that was left by Wissa and Bremo to take the mantle and get the goals for Brentford. So he deserves a nomination, honourable mention. Erling Haaland, honourable mention. His start to the season, it would have had PFA Player of the Year number 2 written all over him. But then obviously the second half of the season, the form dipped. You understand? But still, he's going to win the Golden Boot for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. So he has to be an honourable mention. Dominic Szoboszlai, in a season where Liverpool, obviously the team that I support, has been poor, he's been the standout player, and he's been putting on some like consistent performances and bringing some X factor with his free kicks. And yeah, man, obviously Elliot Anderson at Nottingham Forest, Morgan Gibbs-White having very good individual season, and know that will be getting the move. So that's the honourable mentions, man. Let me know. Mark Gahey as well. Crystal Palace balling, went to Manchester City, revitalised their title charge. So with all that said, obviously David Raya as well, like keeping Arsenal engaged. But with all that said, here are my top 6 players of the season, this season, in my humble opinion. And I'm just gonna give you a warning. It's gonna be dominated by the top 2. So yeah, man. Without any further ado, let's get into this one. So at number 6, I'm gonna go for Nico O'Reilly, man. I have to go for Nico O'Reilly still, because this has been last season for me. He's been knocking on the door for his breakout season, but this is where he took his game to a whole nother level, in my humble opinion. So obviously he's got 5 goals and 3 assists, filled in at left back, played in central midfielding games, and I'm just gonna say this, yeah. Young Player of the Year on lock, and people have been talking about, can he win both Young Player and Premier League Player of the Year, because he's been a revelation for Manchester City. An absolute revelation, bro. Impacting games, keeping possession, making stuff happen, having some standout performances, especially in the big games as well. And in his Premier League running, he's getting crucial goals and putting on clinical, experienced performances. And given that he's only 21 years of age, to have that, you're not supposed to, obviously 21, yeah, it's the new norm, yeah, that's when you get more experience. But he's adapted to life in the Premier League, man. The physicality doesn't phase him, the technical ability is there. And the goals that he's scoring in clutch, like, pressurized moments, cannot be slept on. Newcastle, getting the brace against Newcastle in the game where Manchester City had to grind out. Chelsea, in the second half, got the crucial first goal, which opened the floodgates for Manchester City to go rampant in that 3-0 win. Obviously, against Arsenal, he was definitely one of, if not man of the match in that game. Standout, nutmeg Madueke, keeping it moving, like, played a pass in the box, which resulted in Harden finishing. He's been a joke. He's been a joke, man. And in terms of England, he definitely should be starting that England World Cup in the left back position, because he has it all. The physicality, he's got the pace, he's got the technical ability, he has an eye for goal, he has an eye for a good pass. He's been sensational, man. And he's definitely up there for Players of the Year, man. What a season. What a breakout season. And I believe he's going to get better and better and better. So, Nico O'Reilly for me is in the top 6th place. In 5th place now. In 5th place, I'm going to go with, it's going to be an Arsenal player, to be fair. It's going to be an Arsenal player. I'm going to go for, you're going to see it in a sec. But let me just say this before I put the name. Set pieces, which has been dominant in the league. He's been the blueprint. He's been the standard bearer of the set pieces in the Premier League this season. In the air, absolute joke. Hard to deal with. Defensively, he's been locked in throughout the season. Like he's been a very, very good. In fact, he's been a colossal all season. And his name is Gabriel Magalhaes. Definitely in 5th spot for player of the season for me. Like obviously he's got 3 goals, 4 assists. Crucial goals against Newcastle in the dying seconds of the game. He's also, I think he contributed to a goal against Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken, which was resulting in an own goal, I believe. And he's been in terms of attackers, lockdown attackers, bro. It's definitely a lockdown, bringing leadership to the back line. Arsenal having the best defense in the league. He's been a massive part of that. Arsenal in the start of this season was looking at breaking all sorts of defensive records, going a whole month without conceding a goal. He was instrumental in that. Many people say he was the best. He was their player of the season at that stage. People still say now he's been their best player this season. And he has definitely been one of the best players in the league this season. You have to give where credit's due. Even though I don't believe he's been their best centre-back, and the other centre-back I'm going to get onto very soon, he has held his own in it. So Gabriel definitely gets 5th spot for me in terms of player of this season. Now, number 4. And for me, he's been the favourite for player of the year. I'm not going to lie. Like, throughout the season, he's been the favourite for player of the year. And his name is Declan Rice. I got him in fourth place. Now, he's been the most consistent player in the league. Don't get it twisted. He's been the most consistent 7 out of 10s. In fact, in certain games, he's been doing 8 out of 10s, carrying the whole midfield by himself. If Zubimendi's not having a great game, or Odegaard or Eze's not hitting the heights that he was showing at Palace, he's been holding on that midfield. Availability, definitely on point. And people sleep on Declan Rice. I know, like, obviously, on the ball, he's not the greatest, but I think people are overdoing it now. He definitely brings something to Arsenal going forward. Defensively, everyone knows. Defensively, he's a lockdown. The way he shows that defense is disgusting in a good way. So no one's doubting him defensively, and I believe he's a better 6 than an 8. I think as a 6, he can reach like serious levels. As an 8, he's a very good player in the 8, but I believe as a 6, he could be elite. I think he's a world-class 6, soon to be an elite 6 if he played there consistently. But now he's molded into a number 8. He's trying to elevate his game, take his game to another level. I'm not going to lie, even though I believe he's a better 6 than an 8, he has improved this game. The ball carrying is definitely gotten better. The set piece in terms of his crossing, that cash money, he's a very good ball striker of the ball, and he definitely contributes going forward. Now, in terms of like technical aspects of the game, tight spaces, like ball retention, press resistance, and stuff like playing like cute little passes, progressing the ball, that's not a strong asset in it. That's why Zubimendi's in the team, because Declan Rice does have issue progressing the ball on a consistent basis. But I don't think you need to be a serious technician to be a world-class midfielder. There's other traits that you can have in your game to be a very good midfielder or a world-class midfielder. And Declan Rice, in my humble opinion, brings that, man. Serious leadership as well. So for me, Declan Rice has definitely been top 4 player of the season. The reason why I don't think he's been the best player in the league, which many people have been saying throughout the season, is because the other players, I don't think, comparing to the other 3 I'm going to mention, I don't think he's had a standout performance, like an X-Factor performance, the way the top 3 will point towards at the end of the season. I think Nico O'Reilly showed more X-Factor this season than Declan Rice in terms of big moments, rising to the big occasions, and obviously that Manchester City game highlighted his weakness of Declan Rice, innit? Because Bernardo Silva and Rodri, like, they got the better of him and Zubimendi, innit? From a technical aspect of the game. So Declan Rice definitely have weaknesses in terms of the technical side of the game. But to me, he more than makes up for that with what he does with his other attribute, that physicality, the ball carrying, the crosses from set pieces, the ball striking. Like, he definitely contributes going forward. So I think people overdo it, but again, I don't think he had a standout performance compared to the other 3 that I'm going to mention. The X-Factor gene. Like, you get it. Like, give me the ball, I'll win you not the game. I don't think he's, like, compared to the other 3, I don't think he has done that this season. But he has contributed to Arsenal winning games in different ways. Rather than just popping up with the odd goal here or there. Either making last-ditch challenges, intercepting the ball, or providing an assist, or even scoring a goal. Like, the 2 goals against Bournemouth, like, he was a game changer in that game. That was an X-Factor performance from Declan Rice. So he definitely deserves, like, player of the season nominations. But for me, I don't think he's been the best player in the league. I don't think he's been top 2. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about the strengths and weaknesses of Declan Rice. Do you think people are overdoing it? Stuff like that. So yeah, now we're into the top 3. Now I'm going to put Rayan Shirky. I'm going to put Rayan Shirky in my top 3. He's been the 3rd best player in the league this season for me. Now, in terms of what he brings to the team, what he brings to the Premier League, pleasure. He likes to use that word a lot, pleasure. 4 goals, 10 assists. He's been a breath of fresh air. He adapted to the league like a duck to water. Adapted. It's almost like he's playing football with sliders or even crocs. Like the way he moves with the ball, creates chance for Manchester City, invades the press, beats players, even scores. Like he scored 4 goals this season. Like even in the big games as well, especially against Arsenal. Like to do that against, which many people say is the best defense in the world, to wiggle his way through Declan Rice, Saliba and Gabriel to score that goal, magical. And that's the X factor that Ryan Shaq has been bringing since the turn of the year. Obviously the first half of the season, injuries, getting up to speed, stuff like that, and then from that December point onwards, it went full sailing. Now they had that period where they put him, Pep Guardiola put him on the bench, and it was costing him games putting him on the bench because he tried to prioritize the Foden, Semenyo, Doku, Haaland thing, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working. So they had to bring Ryan Shirky because he brings that X factor. He brings that creativity. He brings that spice. And since he's been starting games on a consistent basis, Manchester City's went on a run. They went on a run. It looks like they might win their 7th league title in 10 seasons. And Ryan Shirky, reintroducing him into the starting 11, has been the ultimate game changer. Ultimate game changer. So, yeah, man, Ryan Shirky definitely should be up there for player of the season. And he's just a joy, man. He's just a joy to watch. He's a joke of a player and everyone loves him. And there's a reason for that. But yes, he's what football's all about at the end of the day. So that's my yeah. And then now into the top 2, William Saliba. I think nowadays, obviously, Virgil van Dijk, he's held down that status of being the best defender in the world for so many years, but eventually he will have to pass the battle to someone else. And I think William Saliba is the perfect battle to pass on to in terms of being the best centre-back in the world. Because this season, I think he's been better than Gabriel. I think he's been better than Declan Rice. He has been the 2nd best player in the league this season. His level, even when Arsenal has been going through sticky moments, he's been their standout. When Arsenal win, he's still doing his thing. Like, he has been an absolute joke. Another season, William Saliba being a joke as a defender, being a joke as a player. He's very difficult to get past. On the ball, he's so comfortable on the ball. Set pieces, he's actually being a threat in set pieces as well. Yeah, man, he brings so much to Arsenal. He brings so much to the Premier League, and his style of defending is the style that I rate the most. The Rolls Royce type defenders, making everything look easy. Physicality, you can't body him. It's very rare that you body William Saliba, and if you do body William Saliba, 9 times out of 10 you're having a very good game. He's a joke. He's an unbelievable centre back, and I believe he's an unbelievable player. I think, forget putting him as one of the best defenders in the league or one of the best defenders in the world. In the league, he's one of the very best players in the league as well. Any side you put him in world football, I believe he gets in. Any side in world football, he gets in. He's a joke. He's phenomenal. He's amazing. And Arsenal, they tied him down 25 years of age. There's so many levels that he can go to, innit? But obviously, the trophy cabinet is looking dry at the moment. And Saliba, he's one of Saliba, Gabriel, and Declan Rice. They're the 3 players that deserved they deserve something to show for their efforts throughout the years. And Saliba, once again, showing why many people rate him so highly, why I rate him so highly. Like, I don't even need to go through the stats, innit? But I'm going to go through the stats specifically for William Saliba because I think people I don't think people give him credit enough, bro. Because obviously, Gabriel's been getting most of the plaudits because of his set pieces and the threats that he possesses in the box. But in terms of defending, reading the game, timing of tackles, elevating plays around him, Saliba, for me, is better. He always was and he always will be. Possession, 1 in the final third, 103 recoveries, foul committed 20, 12 clean sheets, 116 clearances. Like, he's a joke, man. And Saliba, for me, if people say he's the best defender in the league, I wouldn't argue with it. People say he's the best defender in the world, I wouldn't argue with it because he is definitely him. He is him. So now, number 1. And I think it's pretty easy who's been the best player in the league this season. It's been pretty easy. He was doing DM shift under Amorim, and he was still chipping in. Since the turn of the year, obviously Manchester United has been revitalised by the appointment of Michael Carrick from temporary role to the end of the season. But Bruno Fernandes, I think, has been carrying Manchester United at times. Mainoo's been contributing. Maguire's been contributing. Cunha's been contributing. But Bruno Fernandes has been the MVP, not just for Manchester United, but in the league in general. He is closing in on the all-time record of most assists in a single season, which is shared by Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry. 19 assists. Now, people are going to say most of it's come from set pieces, and I hear it. It has come. 11 of those came from set pieces, and I think 8 of those is from open play. Or check the stats. People in the comments, check the stats if I got it wrong. But records are made to be broken. And the assist record, we've seen it over the years. Players have been knocking down the door for breaking the assist record. Cesc Fabregas for Arsenal and Chelsea knocking on the door. Kevin De Bruyne in previous season before he eventually equaled the record in 1920. Knocking on the door. Salah last season when he was cleaning up every individual award in England available, as well as winning the Premier League with it as well with the Golden Boot. He was knocking on the door, getting 18 assists all from open play. But there's a Mesut Ozil 15, 16 have that 15 or 16 assists before the second half of the season, ended up with 19. They've been knocking on the door, but the same story happens. Same ending. They don't manage to beat the 20 mark. They don't manage to beat it. For whatever reason, players missing chances, injuries, loss of form, they just don't seem to get over the line in terms of beating it. Now, other things comes into factor in terms of what you do as well, what your team ends up achieving at the end of the season to make it not look that deep. But the assist record for over the years has been cursed. Bruno Fernandes has found a way to make it possible for you to break the assist record. Be a deadly assassin in set pieces and having players finish off the set piece chances that you created. And he's been creating chances at will for previous seasons. That he's always up there. He's always like first in terms of chance creations, like for multiple seasons. And this season, everything's coming together. Like, players are finishing off his chances. He could have had more than 19 assists. That's the scariest thing. He could have had more than 19 assists in the Premier League. DeMarco just broke the record as a left wing-back for most assists in the Italian league in a single season in history. And he's a left wing-back. Bruno Fernandes in that league, he's getting 30. 30 plus. And that goes to show the level he's been performing at this season. And it's not just the assists. The overall play as well. Being tidy on the ball, less complaining, making right decisions, shooting when needed, making passes when needed, creating chances at will, defensively contributing, bringing that leadership that people have been crying out for over the years. He's been the best player in the league this season, and he definitely deserves Premier League Player of the Year. If he doesn't win it, it will be a daylight robbery. Absolute robbery, bro. He's been carrying Manchester United at times in the second half of the season. And even the first half of the season, he's been one of their standout players when Amorim was doing his funny business. So, if I go through the stats for Bruno Fernandes, like I said, 19 assists, expected assists, accurate long balls 123, chance created 114, big chance created 28. Like, he's been a assassin in terms of the creativity aspect of the game. And like I said, man, he has been the best player in the league this season. So in order, Nico O'Reilly in 6th place, Gabriel 5th, Declan Rice 4th, Shirky 3rd, Saliba 2nd, and Bruno Fernandes number 1. Let me know down in the comments below, how would you rank the Player of the Years? Who you think should be up there for Player of the Year? Give me some names that I haven't mentioned. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And until then, I am out. Peace.